Hi everyone, Stephen Hartzell with Safeways here. I'm Vice President of Sales for our organization. At Safeways, we're committed to saving lives. One of the ways we do that is through making quality products that are readily available at competitive prices. The second way, though, is through training. Today, what we want to do is give you the opportunity to see a trailer training up close and in person. This training is designed for areas of our country where a trailer is not available or people cannot gather together to see this training. So we're excited about sharing this with you today. One of the number one questions we get before we start one of these trainings is, why do I have to be here? Why do I have to participate in this? The reality of the matter is that fall protection is the number one cited category by OSHA in the construction industry. Each year, it accounts for almost 700 deaths and over $20 million in fines. So for you guys who are working at heights, this is at the top of OSHA's mind. It needs to be at the top of your mind. Today's training is going to cover 4 parts. Number 1, the full body harness. Number 2, the connecting device. Number 3, the anchorage connector. And number 4, you, the user of these products. First part of the system is the full body harness. For those of you who have been doing this for some time, you may remember prior to the early 90s, a full body harness didn't exist. There was a belt that went around your waist with a single D-ring. Today, the full body harness has all kinds of features and benefits. There's all kinds of comforts that are built into the harness, but the basics still stand. A single D-ring and the back D-ring is required for fall arrest in most situations. Now, one thing you want to do with a full body harness before you put it on, every day you want to do a visual inspection of that product. This product, along with your visual inspection, also has regularly scheduled inspections by a competent person other than the user. But your daily inspection before work is critical. And the way you inspect this product is really what we call a top-down approach, which means you want to take that full body harness by the back D-ring, you want to hold it, you want to let it fall out, and you want to ensure that you've got all of your straps, all of your leg pieces in proper position, and the harness is disconnected from itself so it's unhooked and ready to be put on. The first thing you want to look for on your full body harness is a label. You want to make sure that that label is legible and that you can read it and you understand the product that you've got, who makes it. That gives traceability. The second thing you want to do is you want to look at all of your metal components on your harness. And in this case, this single D-ring harness that I've got, I want to check this D-ring for corrosion, rust, or distortion, or anything that may compromise it in the event of a fall. Once I've determined that that's in good working order, I then want to work from the top of the harness down, inspecting my webbing. What am I looking for? I'm looking for cuts, frays, burns, any worn threads. One thing I would encourage everyone on, a lot of harnesses today have shoulder pads to where the webbing is covered. Make sure that you inspect the webbing underneath your padding. Make sure that that's not wearing. As you work down the front of the harness, we come to the chest strap. We want to make sure that all the connection points, regardless of the kind of connection that you have, whether it be a quick connect like I have today or a pass-through chest strap, that it is working properly and that the male and the female pieces are going together to connect. As we work farther down the harness, we come to our adjustments. We want to make sure that our adjustments are properly to where they're working. They're working together so we can adjust our harness. And also, anywhere where we have threading or stitching going, that is a point where the harness has been put together. We want to ensure that there's no frays on the thread, that the thread is not coming loose, that the stitch patterns are in place. Once I get down to the leg portion of my harness, I then do the exact same steps going down the back of the harness, inspecting webbing. Once I get to where my leg straps are at, I'm going to check my webbing, both sides of the webbing. And again, you're checking your leg strap adjusters to make sure that they're working properly, that they're connecting together, and that so when you're wearing this harness, it's going to stay connected. For grommet leg harnesses, you want to ensure that all the grommets are well seated in the webbing. The best way to do this is to take your index finger and thumb on each side of the grommet and try to give it a twist. If the grommet stays in place, the harness passes inspection. If for any reason any of the grommets spin, consider taking the harness out of service.